What's going on, guys? Alright, well, this is going to be the first video that you all see. I've already gotten some work done. Me and my wife and baby, 9-month-old, we all had COVID about 3 weeks ago. And my work was very, very nice to me through all that process and kept me on a payroll. I didn't have anything to worry about, so that was nice. And when I wasn't feeling like crap, I came out here and got a bunch done just because I didn't have to stress about anything. You know, I knew I was going to get my paycheck and everything was going to go as normal, so I took advantage of it and I got a bunch done and started my new chicken coop and cleaned up a bunch of stuff for where we're going to put our goats and all that. And what was supposed to be about 5 or 6, little videos, 10 to 15 minutes long, ended up being like 2.5 hours of footage. I went to edit it and so I could upload it. That Monday we started going back to work, and none of it was salvageable. I would not shut up talking. You could definitely tell we was in quarantine for 10 days. I just couldn't stop talking, and it was funny to laugh at. But I mean, I guess I didn't get too much done to where I can't start from here with the videos. So this one is going to be about one topic, and that is our chicken coop. I already have 2 walls here framed up. This is the back wall. See if it'll stand there where I can show you in behind it here. And this is going to be one of my side walls. That's my opening for some laying boxes. Here's the lumber we got to work with today. It's going to be enough to do this front wall, which is going to include that door. I'm going to take it off the frame and just frame up the wall to fit that door. And then these 2 little windows I picked up. It's cute old windows there. And then that big window will be for the other side there. But yeah, so we're going to jump on this and frame up this front wall for the door and the windows. And yeah, so let's get to it. So part of the things that I talked about in my videos that I couldn't really save, my base out back, we can go out there later maybe, but it's just a standard 8x8 base. Got plywood on the floor right now. So it's 8x8, and my side wall with the laying boxes, I made a true 8 foot. So, and of course, at the tops I cut off on my vertical studs. I cut off 3 inches to account for the 1.5 inches on the top runner and the bottom runner. So that way it's a true 8 foot tall. Otherwise it'd be 8 foot 3 inches. And so anyway, it's 8 foot long. It's 8 foot by 8 foot. So with my platform being 8 foot by 8 foot, and this one being 8 foot long, I have to put the back wall and the front wall inside of it. So that back wall that's going to be blank, it's just going to be solid. I had to cut 7 inches off of the runners to shorten it in. That way it'll fit in between them. So I'm also going to have to do that with this front wall. So I'm going to start by grabbing 2 boards here. And I'm going to cut 7 inches off of them. And then we'll get them laid out here on the floor. And we'll put in our end pieces. And we'll start measuring to fit our windows and our door. So let's do that first. Alright, so we got our top runners and side studs there put in place. 7 off the top and bottom, and 3 off of the vertical studs. So that way it's true to fit inside those, and true 8 foot vertical. I went ahead and laid out the door and the windows to kind of see what I'm going to be working with here. Going to be definitely a lot of double studs, pretty much right next to each other, and it's going to be pretty tight. If I would have thought about it a little bit better in the beginning on having to cut to adjust for the size of the 2x4s, I probably would have made my side walls the ones that were 7 inches shorter, and that'd give me a lot more room to work with this on the front. But yeah, it'll be all right. So we're gonna measure out these windows and start from there, I think, and work from the sides in and get the windows square and even as much as possible anyway. And then work in from the windows to the door. So, all right, we're gonna get a few more pieces cut down 3 inches and take our measurements and figure out where we need to space them at, because they're not gonna just be, 16 across. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, so I haven't ever done anything like this before, like have a nice new material. And I just went up and watched a video on framing in a window and stuff, and it taught me about like trimmers, and I think they're called jockeys and all that. So that brings me to one thing I need to add right here. I need to add a trimmer in to support this header. And I guess if I did it correctly for like building codes, I should have made a thicker header on top of this. But it's okay for a chicken coop, I think. But I just like to learn the proper way of doing things, just kind of learn bits and pieces of a new trade. That's just stuff I like to do. So I went up and watched a video before I made any decisions here on these windows. And I know earlier I said I wish I gave myself the extra 7 inches on this front. And after learning about the trimmers and the jockeys and still needing your king studs and all that, I really could have used the room on this front wall. But it's actually going to end up perfect, I think, because obviously I got my stud on the end there, then the trimmer going up to hold the head plate or the header, and then the jockey fits on the inside for the bottom rail. And then coming over here, jockey, trimmer, king stud. Let me hold this camera a little better. And then obviously matched it straight to the other side there. Stud, trimmer, jockey, and your top and bottom plates. Same on this side. And I decided I'm gonna go ahead and use that frame just because of after learning about doing this, the way things fit and tight and needing room to add shims and stuff to make it work. I'm gonna go ahead and use that, and it leaves me just enough room to have them 2 main studs. Obviously there'll be the ones on the top and bottom there, but after I put in my trimmer up for the head plate of this, or the header of this door, that's all the room I got. I got 3 inches extra from the frame there, and that's 1.5 inches for each trimmer going up. So I think it's gonna work out good. Like I said, it's just a chicken coop. We don't really get a ton of snow around here, so there's really not gonna be a whole lot to it, but I like to do things proper. I think it's cool. So hopefully it works out. I'm about to get them last 2 pieces cut, and then we'll get all the short pieces there cut and get them laid out, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so like I said, just enough room to put in my trimmer right there. And for these headers, the way the guy explained it, you did 2 like vertical, you did them vertical and beefed up, and then brought these down on top of them while they're standing. But for my needs, and I end up like using all my 2x4s. I don't even remember if I showed them in my videos, but I used all my 2x4s I had, like just enough. So I wouldn't have had enough to do 2 of them standing rather than laying on each side, because I had just enough to do what I needed to do. So this is it. Everything's laid out. Like I said, I put 2 stacked on each one for the header, and then added in, I forget what he considered the partial studs were that don't go all the way from top to bottom, but got them in all the way across the top there, and that one. The only thing that does not have a partial stud like that side does there is this side, and that is because I have a chicken guard door, automatic door, that I want to put in right here. And I was going to put it in the middle of my door, but this actually has a metal coating on it, so that would be a pain in the butt trying to cut that out. So I decided I'd leave this blank. I mean, it's got its trimmers and everything, and jockey's going up, so it should be pretty well supported. I think it's pretty beefed up for a chicken coop, but I was excited to learn the right way to do it. So yeah, that's empty. That's gonna be my chicken guard door right there. And yeah, I'm gonna screw all this stuff up, and this one will be done. So I'm not gonna worry about coming back for that. It's not gonna look any different than it does now. I'll just be standing it up. And to walk back here real quick and show the platform that's gonna be going on, and we'll end this video. This is my old chicken coop. There's my chicken guard door I'll be putting on. I got one chicken left. We were free ranging them and lost a bunch to hawks and foxes. A rabbit there saying hi. But it's got a dirt floor, and that is what that's what failed in this. I mean, it's so soppy just right now. I almost should have went around the other way. But yeah, so I decided I didn't want to do that, and so I already got a rabbit hutch built over there. I just got to get a couple more cages, and I can start putting my rabbit, like the one rabbit I got can go out here soon. And then here's the platform for the chicken coop. This is going to be the front right here. That's going to be the side with the laying boxes, the blank wall in the back, and then the wall with that bigger window I mentioned. So maybe in the next part of this series for the chicken coop build, I will get that other wall framed up and hopefully start on some roof trusses. I'm going to be building everything in the barn there, and then once it's all done, then I'll carry them back here and we'll slap them up on this and get it covered up with some metal. So, and that'll be another video there too. So if you watch this, thanks for hanging out with me and joining us in our journey as we vlog our homesteading. So thank you.